doordash. That was the 2 cards I bought together with a line in them. And went up to 2 mil. Match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers with the prize shown for that number. Get a money bag symbol and win the prize shown instantly. Get it 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, or 50 times, or 100 times. Symbol and the bonus box. Match your numbers to the number on the bonus box. Win double all the prizes shown. That's right. So let's start with a bonus box and see where we are at. Okay. There. All right. Bonus box is a what? 35. There's somebody on there. Okay. And our winning numbers are here. And then we got all about the Benjamins all down here. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what we got for winning numbers. 6. 15. 28. 22. 9. 14. Okay. Here we go. Say, all good comes to me, all money comes to me. $32. Nope. And then let's check the last one. 25. Nope. Let's see what we got. 30. 40. 17. Man, none of these are like close at all. 11. But we don't have 11 in the roll call. Usually if you have 11 in the roll call, you usually catch it. Okay. 38. Nope. 35, but not a 38. 33. We got 35, but nope. Not that. 34, but we have 35. Really? Uh-oh. We got something. We got a 5 times. Hey, Inspirational Nomad, what's up, my friend? 28. We got a 28, and we got a 5 times. Well, this could be good, because I got some bills to pay. 8. 19. This might be good. 27. We got 28, but no 27. Uh-oh, we got another 5 times here. I'm trying. Okay, so I need it. I got bills to pay. The sales have been slow this week. Okay, so we got a 5 times 5 times and the 28. So let's see what we got here in the 5 times. I don't hardly play scratch offs. I'd rather go to a casino. What? 5 times 20. That's what's up. Ooh, you're my good luck charm. Okay, let's see what 28 does. Oh, that would be so sweet. 50? What's going on? I've had a lucky week this week. I need like $1,000 right now. I really do. Okay. And 5 times 20. Get back, Jack. Look at this. Yeah, we did that twice. So I got 200 and what, 50? 250. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm telling you. Well, I hit the lottery numbers the other day, and I just took a small portion of it because I felt like this card would be a winner. I had a friend of mine who used to play these all the time. That's right. And on the $5 and $10 ones, and they discontinued them. And they hit so much money. And so I try them every once in a while. I've never really done anything, but did this time. Yay. So we did it. On the one with the line in the middle. So I bought the 2 cards together. I got the first card and had the line, and I said, ooh, let me have the next one, please. And I took that. So that worked out great. Yeah, I got a bill to pay today. So my office rent is late, so I need to pay that today. Yeah, buddy. Worked for me. But anyway, so how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I have been so busy listing stuff online. I'm running 3 sales today. I've got to get the stuff moved out. Yeah, how do you double money? Fold it and put it in your pocket. Well, I got to go pay a bill, so I want to change my oil too, so I may go pick up a thing of synthetic oil and pull my oil today. And I need alignment on my car. I need 3 tires, amongst other things. But I'm trying to knock these storages down because they're just eating me alive. And it's so much of it's, retail. And one of them, one big one is all retail, and the other one is like 68 boxes of my daughter's stuff that needs to all be listed and sold. And uh and then just a little bit of auction stuff left over at that one. But right. Well, I pulled about, I don't know, 60 or 70 crates of stuff that need to be listed online. It was from the auction storages. And I went ahead and pulled those so I could go ahead and start sorting and all that and get that stuff listed, because it's not making any money sitting in there. It's costing me money. So trying to get everything knocked down and sold off so that I can travel around and see where I would like to relocate. And I just can't get free till I get this finished. And it's so sad because I make normally $100 an hour in my business, but because the pandemic can't work it, so I'm having to put it online, and it's so slow. It's so slow. If I was on Amazon, it'd be better. But I got booted off Amazon like 3 times. So I'm gonna try to get back on. But we'll see what happens. But other than that, just trying to get this stuff sold off and run out because it's just costing me money. So anyway, well, so you doing good? I know your weather's good. We're gonna have a pretty good day here, and tonight will be a little bit warmer. So we'll be out of the 30s for a couple days at night, which would be very nice. I'm really excited about that. So yeah. Yeah, I always going forward have to. I don't have any choice. It's 7 days and nights a week. Don't have a choice. Got to keep moving forward, keeping it positive, man, because um, you just can't do it otherwise. I mean, there's no sense in living if you can't make an effort, and I'm making, 200% effort, but the only one that can fix it is me. So, I am the one to have to try. So that's all what it's all about. Right on. But so you having a good day today? You're always having a good day. Yeah. Right on. Right on. How's your house hunting thing going? market's going down on retail property. So, um, you might be able to slide in there and pretty good in the next 2 or 3 months. Slide in and get a spot. But I would keep it definitely open. If you could score one and you decide that you don't like it, I would go ahead and lease it out with a broker and buy another one and just keep doing it like Monopoly, man, because it'll be the time to get in that market. That's for sure. That way, if you put it with a broker, you don't have to babysit it. They handle all that mess. So, I don't think rents are going to go down much. There are some people knocking it down because they're having too much trouble renting to people with the high price, overprice of the rents right now. An hour from the beach, 40K. God, you better buy it. Better buy three. Did you buy it? Did you buy it? Man, you need to get three. Older trailer on that nice lot though. Who cares? Those trailers, you can call a guy at Scrap Guy and he'll come get it and all that. Other is 160K beach side. I buy both. Finance on both. And you can go back and forth between the two and have your mom come down for a visit. And it would be neat if your mom would leave where she's at. She would love it so much more, in Florida. The weather's just so much easier to deal with. That damn Jersey stuff, I don't know how she's doing it. You know, that's why all the older folks always go to Florida because it's so nice and peaceful and the weather's not real extreme. Talking to an owner now, I struggle with committing to property. Man, you don't want to live in your car the rest of your life, man. It sucks. You got accomplished what you wanted to get accomplished. And, that's a lot of the thing with boondocking. I mean, it really does a thing on your head. It's really a horrible, horrible life. But it gives you a reality to start thinking about everything you're doing and all that. I know. I mean, when I left home, I left my dad there, and I felt kind of bad, but I drive all over the states, and I've went back several times, and it was okay. I mean, in the end, I wished I was there. I was going to move back a couple years ago, and that my family's just, but they all like hate me, so it's like I'm the black sheep or something, and yeah. It gets old, man. Unless you go ahead and get a little van, yeah, it just gets old. The problem is the public. With this pandemic, people have gone stupid, crazy, and mean, and it's so problematic hanging out in the parking lots. It is just freaking horrible. I mean, I've had my locking gas caps stolen off the car twice, and my gas pulled out. I've had people literally put a jack into my car trying to do I don't know what. Um, the banging up the sides of your car. I mean, they're constantly slinging into your car, and the noise and the hillbillies parked next to your car and all want to yell at each other. It's and the jokers that want to park right next to you. It's like, why are you parking next to me? At least get a space over or something, man. That's just kind of weird. Unless I know you. But yeah, it's just problematic other than the fact the fuel. The fuel is so insane now. It is so high here. It's almost $4. And I'm rolling 8 cylinders, buddy, and it's just blah, you know. And this is definitely not the boondocking place. That's for sure. They just don't like it. Um, so there's very little to go to. But my brother's trying to get me to go back home to California, and I'm just like, and he's like, well, I guess rents would be higher here, and I'm like, oh yeah, duh. God, when I left there, I was paying $1,000 a month. I thought that was a bazillion dollars back then. Shoot, now everything you stay in downtown LA is $4,000 a month rent. For what? I'd rather be buying a house and I'm gonna put out $4K a month. Holy hell! That's just, and that's not counting utilities. I'm sure they're higher than they used to be because I used to pay $400 and $600 a month on electric. I know you don't like being committed, but God, dog, man, you can only just take so much stress, you know. Being boondocking is very stressful. It's like, before the pandemic, it wasn't so bad, but people are so crazy and mean and desperate and poor and violent. Um, I mean, it's like I was telling somebody the other night. I said, you have no clue what it's like to be a car in a parking lot. And when you start boondocking, you become that car. And it's a scary thought what people do to cars in parking lots, you know, because they don't care. And it's not the way to live, man. There's so much more. There's so much more to life. Campgrounds are a lot better, but they do cost 1K a month. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going to put out 1K a month, you might as well get a place to live, you know? I mean, there's a guy on YouTube that bought a gorgeous house in Florida. I mean, a really, really nice house. And him and his wife decided they were going to build a van out, and be boondocking all over the United States and Canada. And so what he did was he let a broker lease the house out, but not the garage. So the garage is their little spot. When they come in town, they got that, and they got a stove and stuff in there. And but most of the time they're on the road, and that's what he does, and he gets huge money from renting that house out. And then he still has a little spot because he owns a garage. But I mean, it's just for this pandemic, man, it's not worth it. It's horrible, you know. I mean, Florida's, I mean, like heaven. It is a really nice place to be. There's some really great people. It's like where I grew up in California, the streets and the people. The problem is the tourists just trash it up. Our tourists suck. And it's just, I mean, you got no peace. You just don't. You know, I mean, in all these campgrounds cost money around here unless you're military and you can get free pass, but they're averaging 20, 30, 40 a night around here, if they'll let you with a car in. But I mean, the van thing's kind of a cool deal because it's in between an RV and a car, and it's like a little bachelor pad. That's pretty cool. And some have the showers and toilets and all that, which is nice. And they're more tolerable in these parking lots. If you're traveling, they don't get as mad with you, unless you pull up in a big damn RV. But and you have a little more privacy. I mean, if I were you, I would get like an XLT van or a road trek or something like that, and then also get a place to live. And then you might want to lease it out so many months of the year and jump back on the road. I have some friends bought a beautiful home in Mexico, and they end up buying the house next door too, and they put them together, and they take off back to Arizona, and they've got their RVs stored at a relative's house. And uh, yeah, the road trek's pretty spiffy now. There's an old girl on YouTube that has one. It's pretty neat. It's set up really killer. And I mean, it's just a little bit bigger than an SUV, if not the same size. I know that my SUV and my van are the same exact size, and I thought I was getting into a smaller car, and we pulled them up next to each other, and they're both the same size. And I was like, well, I think maybe I defeated my purpose. But um, but my SUV is a lot safer of a car than the van. It's built a lot more sturdy, and it has a better accident record to it. If you look it up online of how many people die, in those two cars, and the van was really bad. But yeah, I mean, these people they leave like about 4 months out of the year and fly to Arizona from Mexico, and they lease their house out by the month for huge money. Um, and they travel around in their RV, and they're older folks, and they travel around all these campgrounds and stuff, and meet people and stuff. And they do that 3 or 4 months of the year, and then they go back home to Mexico. And they're both retired. So, and his wife's real sick. It's uh, what's his name? Jay something. I can't think of it. But his channel is really cool. Uh, but that's what they do, and they make huge money leasing that house out down in Mexico that they bought. But and has a pool and the whole deal. So I mean, it's if you want to still stay on the road, you can, and just get one of those built out vans and do that. That way you can do both because those vans, a lot of them have smaller engines in them than these SUVs, and they burn less gas, and you got a whole house behind you, and it's so much easier to put it places, you know, where people aren't going to get mad, especially if you're not going to DoorDash, you know, then, I would just get, a built out van that you can, live in and drive, whatever, I mean, you could even tow the Jeep thing behind it, but it's just the world is not built for boondocking right now in any way. It just isn't. I mean, I've had people break out in fights next to my car. I've had to call 911. You know, and it's really scary. The drunks and the idiots, and it's just not good. Not good. Even if I was traveling about all over the states, it would still be problematic. So, I mean, I was down in St. Augustine, and thank you. I appreciate the tip, really, really, really a lot. I was down in St. Augustine, at Flying J, I think it was down there, and man, I'm gonna tell you, when you wake up in the morning and see that ocean, oh, it's right on the water there. It's like whoa, it is totally heaven. Florida is such a beautiful place. It really, really, really is. Um, but I like to be next to salt water. That's the thing with me. My life is really happy if I'm near salt water. I've lived in the country a few times in the dirt. Even when I've had my place in NOLA, I was just like freaking out to get back to the beach, you know, and even to get to Biloxi, anything, because you can't swim in that water down there because it's all full of crocodiles. But yeah, uh, it's just it's time to get off the road. You're making the money. I would take advantage of this time, and it would be so much more peaceful to be able to work online, in a nice built out van, or at least own the lot you're on where nobody can jack with you. You don't have to worry about the police pulling up and asking you what you're doing or whatever, and having to put up with the bull crap. It's just no way to live, man. It just isn't. I mean, you know, uh, even if I was a lot younger, I wouldn't like it, you know. Um, so when you get sick, it's really, 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 really bad when you're boondocking. You are deathly ill when you're sick in your car. That's one of the really bad parts. But I miss cooking. I miss making, stuff, and um, I miss having heat and air, and uh, you know, there's so much that I do miss. You figure, well, all you're doing is closing your eyes and sleeping. Well, yeah, but you spend a lot of time sitting on your butt in the car too. Um, and it gets tiresome. I mean, right now, I've got to work every day, so I'm not going too far from where I'm at. But I do miss the road, but still, right now, I, if I had my way, I'd be headed down to Key West right now. There's a really great hotel down there that's really cheap at the Keys, and it's just so pretty over there. Um, and I've always wanted to go to the Keys. So if I had my chance, I'd be on the road right now, going to Lower Florida to go hang out there for a couple days or a week, and do some vlogging. That's what I would be doing. You know, there's an older hotel down there that's really reasonable, but yeah, uh, it's problematic, man. You've done what, like 5, 6 years on the road? You know, God, that's a long time. I've done a year and I can't stand it. I mean, it's just sucked the life out of me. Um, and it's just it 5 years, forget it. Man, it's with all that money you've saved and everything, I would definitely start investing. You know, you can always walk away from it and lease it out with a broker where you don't have to babysit it, you know, and you have that income and you still have that, you know. Um, because if things don't work out the way you planned, and you can always lease that out and purchase another property too, you know, and still have a revenue. But um, you know, if you don't do something fast, I would go ahead and get a built out van with about a 6-cylinder engine, unless you plan on towing something, small car or whatever. But yeah. I mean, the Jeep thing's handy for like Florida. With all the rains and everything, they're a handy vehicle to have. But yeah, you have the money to do it, I would jump on it, buddy. I would buy both those places, the 40K and the other one. That way you can go back and forth and then decide what you'd like to do. It's just a shame you can't get your mom to move down, you know, to Florida, because you could set her up in one of them and she'd just be happy as a clam. And there's so many, you know, people and things to do for her down in Florida. I mean, from bingo halls to, you know, public gatherings and stuff with the older folks, that you can go into that place down there in Tampa, Villages. That's actually open to the public, and they have bands outside with dancing, and they have outside exercise place, and you can go do that stuff free. And then they have events and stuff, and people can go in there for free. Um, so you know, that's kind of a fun thing. Somebody, I know somebody that lives down there, and was telling my brother that they were in a nursing home, and they're like in their 60s, late 60s. I told my brother, I said, this sucker's not a nursing home. I said, it's a luxury complex. It's not a nursing home in any way, especially for that kind of money. If you go to the one across the street, it's cheaper. It's way cheaper because they have those HOA monthly fees over there at Villages that are just horrendous. But I mean, if you're a golfer, I guess that's the place to be, because you could play all the different golf courses and all that. But I don't do golf anymore. I did that years ago. It's just such a boring game, you know. But uh, it's like bowling. That's boring too. It's so easy to win. You just keep knocking them down. So what? I, I, I just lose. It loses my attention. But yeah, I'd be jumping on it, man. Work on those properties, see what you get. 40K is really cheap. That's, I mean, I haven't heard anything 40K in 2 years. Not even dirt. So I would definitely check it out, buddy. Really need to. It is time. You're doing well, and I think you'd have so much more fun with your YouTube channel if you had some kind of place, and then carry on with your thoughts. So you have so much going for you now. You know, there's no reason to live like this anymore. And 6 years of boondocking, God, forget that. You know, no way. I'd be done for sure. But anyway, so I hope everybody has a really great day. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the cool tip. Inspirational nomad. I love you, man. And hope you win on the next one. And do something kind for a stranger. And I'll see you on the next one. Love you.